Hi. I know I'm not in Lolita today, but that's because I just got home from the cemetery and I just wanted to record this as soon as possible. And I kind of sort of smell like smoke and fire because I was burning stuff to send to my ancestors. So I don't want like the smoky smell on my EGL. So I hope you guys don't mind too terribly that I'm not going to be in it today. But most of my videos are. This is only my second video that I'm not wearing EGL. Anyways, thank you for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be going over the history of parasols. Because I was looking at my parasol collection. I have like two Asian styled ones and one more Western, I guess. All of them are adorable. I used to adore them, like the Asian style ones as a kid, so I don't know where all the ones I had during childhood went. But anyway, so did you know that parasols weren't originally just for women? They were actually, well, from some sources it says they came from places such as, hold on, I'm sorry, Egypt, Austria, and China. While another source says that it originated, solely in ancient Egypt, as something that people would carry over the Pope. It didn't look anything like the current kind of parasols that we know now, but it was basically like something for status. Somebody else would carry it over them. The word parasol comes from the Latin para, to shield, and sol, which would be the sun. So parasol, to shield from like the sun, basically, right? To shield and protect. And then it appears to have drifted to like China and other Asian areas. Its spread really happened when the Silk Road opened, I believe. It became widely accepted in China once people were more into pale skin. According to some sources I've heard, that may have been the beauty standards in China flipped from like being strong and other things to being pale and weak because of the white plague, but that's for some other time. They were basically parasols were not just in China but in other places. Parasols were like a signal of dignity and status because only a select few could afford them. However, once they became widely spread in places like China, commoners were allowed to use paper ones, right? But like stuff like silk and fancy fabric would be reserved for the nobility, so it'd be like kind of exclusionary. The first waterproof ones originated in China. Apparently, they used like wax and paper. That's pretty cool, right? Let's see. Eventually, they made it over to like, the Western world, France, England. At first, I think it was used by all genders, and then it very, very quickly became a more feminine object. But eventually, this one man, hold on, what was his name again? He was shown, his name came up in like several articles. So, Jonas Hathaway, an English doctor, he used it for decades, and he broke the prejudice of it being feminine, which allowed both females and males to use it. They were not only was parasols used against the sun, but sometimes they were used for the rain and for protection against harsh elements. Yeah. I feel like there's so much more that I read, and then it just went poof out of my head once I started to try to tell you guys what I learned. Lol. But the earliest thing of a parasol, according to this, would have been around 2,450 BC. Pretty cool, right? Actually, surprisingly enough, unlike the ones that we use now in EGL fashion, the parasols in the Victorian era were rather plain. They weren't very frilly, nor were they particularly made to go along with your cord or outfit like we have. It was only in like the 1800s that of England, I guess, that they started to add frills and match them with their outfits. which of course would be a symbol of status, because what else? But yeah, that's the history of parasols in a brief explanation. Feel free to research it yourself. If you guys have any thoughts or anything to add, please leave it in the comments below. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye. Thank you for stopping by.